In this video, we're going to talk about how binge eating disorder affects the body. And we're going to focus on the physical impact because there can be both mental and physical impact, and both are going to impact health. But in this video, we're going to try and focus on the physical side. It's something that I kind of touch on and cover throughout most of my content, but I just wanted to put it in one clear, concise video. And what I'll do is I'll split this out into the sort of short-term or acute or immediate impact on physical health or on the body. And then, of course, the longer-term impact as well. I'll do a separate video on the mental side and the impact of binge eating disorder on mental health. And if you want to keep an eye out for that video, please remember to hit the subscribe button. Before going any further, I should probably once again cover the definition of binge eating disorder. The definition I normally use is that it's the consumption of a large volume of food in a short span of time until the point of feeling uncomfortably full. I feel like I should probably include somewhere in that definition feeling a lack of control. Let's talk about the short-term or immediate impact. You've had a large volume of food and you're feeling full, you're feeling bloated, you're feeling nauseated, you're feeling very uncomfortable. Some people may think the answer is to try to burn it off, either through a large amount of exercise or through vomiting or through laxatives or something like that. That can also have other physical health impacts. That can also lead to the risk of other injuries. And that also does tie in with another eating disorder, bulimia. You may lack energy, you may feel lethargic. Most of your energy is going to be going into your body trying to process the food that you've eaten. You may also be prone to digestive issues, so things like heartburn, acid reflux, stomach cramps, and diarrhea, for example. I remember after one binge once, I was actually struggling to breathe. I wasn't suffocating and I could get oxygen in, but I couldn't take like a deep breath that made my lungs feel full. I couldn't expand my lungs enough to actually fill them properly. And of course, as your body is coping with all of that and trying to process the food that you've eaten, it's going to have a knock-on impact and can cause sleeping difficulties as well, which in turn is only very uncomfortable in the moment, but it's going to lead to lack of energy, lethargy, your mood, and to an extent your ability to function the following day. In terms of longer term impact, I need to again mention that I'm focusing on the physical side. There is a strong overlap between the mental and physical health impact of an eating disorder, not just binge eating disorder. Eating disorders are a mental health issue that can manifest physically, so it's difficult to unlink them, but I'll do my best. First of all, you may notice weight gain. Consuming a large volume of food is going to mean a lot more calories than your body might be able to burn off or be able to process. If you're taking more calories than you're burning off, that is going to lead to an eventual weight gain. Depending on volume of calories, frequency of binges, the intensity of your binges, it might be a very sudden, immediate increase in weight, or it might be something gradual that happens over a longer period of time. Having said that, when my binge eating disorder was at its worst, I actually lost some. I was leading an overall healthy lifestyle. I was active. My nutrition throughout the day was pretty good, and I was kind of in weight loss / diet mode. And my binges were big enough or frequent enough to sort of outweigh the impact of the positive things I was doing to look after my body. I guess it's a rare case, but apparently it does happen sometimes. Many of the other physical impacts of binge eating disorder do overlap with the impact of weight gain, and it can depend on the extent of the weight that is gained. And that includes things like elevated risk of diabetes, high blood pressure, risk of cardiovascular disease, increased risks of certain types of cancer, increased pressure on joints from added weight, and generally the sort of health complications that are associated with obesity or with higher weight, those tend to overlap if you've gained weight with binge eating disorder. Having said that, I do also want to point out that while weight gain is a symptom of binge eating disorder, when you're considering treatment for binge eating disorder, weight loss shouldn't be a part of that treatment, if that makes sense. In other words, treatment for binge eating disorder shouldn't be about weight loss. It should be about addressing the underlying cause that is triggering your binges. Targeting weight loss is really dealing more with a symptom of binge eating disorder rather than the underlying cause itself. So that's a quick run through of the physical impact of binge eating disorder on the body. There is a mental health impact as well, of course, and I will do that in another video, but things like depression, anxiety, social isolation, just the emotional roller coaster that binges can put you on, has such a strong mental health impact that's also going to have a knock-on effect on your physical health, and I'll touch on that more in that video. For the purposes of this video, I focus specifically on the physical health impact. I will do another one on the mental health impact, so please remember to hit the subscribe button so you get a notification when it comes out. And if you have any comments, questions, or feedback, please leave me a message below.